Hello friends, this is Vijay Bambwani, and in this video I want to update you about an exciting development in silver. You see, ever since I started recording videos in the middle of calendar year 2019, I have been recording videos on bullion, gold and silver both. And from the onset, I have been saying that silver has been elevated to what I would call the new gold. The only downside to investing in silver is that the relative beta, which means the intraday volatility in price, is approximately 25 to 30% higher than gold, which means investing in silver is likely to be a little more excitement and nervousness as relative to gold. But that's not the point here. This is the third in the series of videos that I have recorded. One was, of course, on 28th of January, how silver gets President Biden's boost. Because he's a climate preservation guy, he's anti-global warming. He's in his election manifesto said he will do all he can to reduce carbon emissions. On 7th of January again, I had recorded another video called The Untold Truth About Silver. I told you how silver is an excellent investment because of the use that it has in 5G. You can't have 5G technology in mobile telephony without having silver. You can't have Internet of Things. You can't have GPS. And you can't have electric vehicles without silver. And today's update on this topic itself is about Elon Musk, Tesla, and how they've expressed interest in being here in India, setting up shop in India, and what it means for silver. Friends, I'm Vijay Bambwani, a trader with 35 years of experience, 28 of which are as a founder, promoter, and CEO of an incorporated company that trades for a living. When I talk to you in these videos, I merely express my views as what I would do for myself and for my company, and that comes across as ideas to doers of deeds. So, like I said, in probably June or July of 2019, you can feel free to scroll through the playlist. As a matter of fact, you will even find two separate playlists dedicated to how you should buy gold and silver, how not to get cheated with impurities that go in physical bars and coins of silver. But let's get down to why Elon Musk's Tesla is likely to be a booster for silver and how it could excite the silver markets. Now, all this data I have sourced is from the Silver Institute, and if you Google search this, Silver Institute, you can go to its website, verify the data for yourself, and double check. And for my friends who are watching from overseas locations, please reserve your comments. Some of them are extremely entertaining, of course, because you're ignoring the fact that when I talk about silver in the Indian context, I'm not talking in terms of dollars per troy ounce, but I'm talking in Indian national rupees per kilogram of silver. So do make a note of that. And let's now get down to this. Now, silver consumption is growing by leaps and bounds in the electric/electronic industry. That's something I have mentioned in my video on 7th of January about the untold truth about silver. So, being a superb conductor of electricity, it's basically been declared as a electrically critical element by the electric and electronic industry, and therefore silver consumption is likely to jump by leaps and bounds. And nowadays, if you actually see advertisements of vehicles, not just electric vehicles, even the petrol and diesel powered internal combustion engine vehicles, you will see that it has an onboard microchip processor, and which translates into a printed circuit board or a PCB. Now, these PCBs are invariably containing silver. So, electrically speaking, silver is used in the GPS system, your infotainment, the deployment sensors of your airbags, which sense a collision in the car and deploy your airbags, the automated braking systems, security systems, which means your remote control locks, etc. And the onboard microprocessor, like I said, contains silver and gold both. I'm going to be making another separate video for gold out here, but that's for later. Now, an internal combustion engine running on petrol and diesel consumes up to 28 grams of silver per vehicle. Hybrids, which are vehicles that consume petrol, diesel, or even CNG, or maybe even electric battery power, consume up to 34 grams of silver on board per vehicle. But BEVs, which is battery powered electric vehicles, have the highest consumption of silver, and this is the kind of vehicle that Elon Musk's company Tesla intends to make in India. Now, not just in India, but Elon Musk has excited car buyers the world over about having zero emission, zero carbon emitting exhaust from these hydrocarbon fuel burning vehicles. And it's a matter of time before electric vehicles outnumber petrol driven vehicles by say year 2030 or maybe 2035 max. So that much more silver is to be consumed, and like I said, a battery electric power vehicle consumes up to 50 grams of silver per vehicle, and the battery itself is a separate consumer of silver. Now, silver oxide batteries have a flatter discharge curve, which means it loses power very, very slowly as compared to a lithium-ion battery, and therefore more and more higher-ended battery producers are now resorting to using silver. But of course, these batteries do tend to be more expensive as compared to lithium, nickel cadmium, or lithium-ion batteries, or lithium polymer batteries also. Now, these uses of silver might appear small to you, and the untold truth about silver video, which I mentioned about how much silver goes into a manufacture of a photovoltaic cell. For example, Norway has actually experimented with photovoltaic cells being built onto the roofs of the car, so that whenever they have the sun, the battery can be charged by the solar panel, and in the night time the electric vehicle will run on the battery power. So even though you might think that 38 grams or 50 grams or 26 grams per vehicle is no big deal, and 65 milligram per photovoltaic cell is no big deal, multiply that by the number of millions that need to be manufactured to make a difference. So don't be surprised if the demand consumption of silver goes up to 80 million ounces in the coming year, which means that silver prices are likely to remain bullish, and in percentage term might just outpace the returns of gold. But like I said, India specific, we have problems. There are no ETFs for silver in India, and electronic delivery is not there. So you'll basically have to buy physical silver, and do resort to these videos in the playlist, how to buy gold and silver. I've given you the exact pointers as to where you can buy from, how you can get it cheap, how you can get it tested so that there is no steel or copper mixed into the silver bars that you're buying. And I think the target that I gave in my hour-long podcast with Sarit, giving out a target of 84,000 per kilogram, 84,000 rupees per kilogram of silver by December end 2022 is a fairly conservative, fairly achievable target. And you should be basically deploying maybe 30 or 40% of your bullion allocation. I'm talking of bullion allocation, not total allocation. 30 to 40% of your bullion allocation in silver. I'm reducing the allocation of silver to 30 to 40%, which is lower than gold, which is at 60-70%, because of the relative volatility, not because I'm in any way unsure about the returns. So go out there, buy silver with peace of mind. Just note that this is a long-term investment, not a trade. On this happy note, I'll bid goodbye to you, not before promising you another video on gold is coming your way. If you liked what you saw in this video, please click like on this video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already done so. And click on the bell icon to receive instant alerts about fresh videos being put up out here. In the comment section, do let me know what you think of this video and what you would want me to record next. Also, help me reach out to fellow like-minded investors and traders by referring my videos to your family and friends. Have a very, very profitable day ahead. Vijay Bambwani signing off for now. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. Also, do not forget to subscribe to my free email newsletter, Fast Profits Daily, and get my free guide, How to Trade Markets Like a Pro.